Girl, you ain't married yet.
Nope. Okay, guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here with
Jesus.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am here tonight with
D
and
Kenda.
Okay, so these are my homies, as the kids say, from, you know, way back, sort of.
Not.
But,
like 4 flats on Cadillac.
Yeah. So, excuse me. So, we're all of a particular age. Well, D is the youngest, but Kenda and I are 31, and D is
27.
27. Ooh, I thought you was like 26 or something.
No, I mean, black don't crack babes
18,
don't age,
30,
but you know.
31. You're too young to be hanging out with me.
What you mean? I got a lot of wisdom. Okay?
Yeah,
I have wisdom.
So we're going to get her perspective. She's a little young, but as you can tell by the title, we're talking about, like, people asking us, when are you going to get married and all of this stuff. So we're going to start by asking y'all, what age did you think you were going to get married? I'll start, actually. All right, so it changed. But first, when I was a little girl, I would talk with my friends and I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to get married like 24 or 25 and then go straight into having kids. So I'm going to probably have all my kids before 30. I'm not having any kids after 30. And child, I'm 31 years old.
31.
I'm 31.
No
like
kids.
I can barely even say it. I have no kids. I'm not married. Whew. It's been a journey. But that's just where I am right now. So as I got older, and even now, I'm like, I don't think I would have wanted to be married before 27, to be honest. And I just couldn't imagine being married in grad school. I was just so stressed, and I still wanted to travel and hang out with my homies. Not saying you can't do that when you get married, but things change. And I was kind of like, I'm about to live my best young life. My best young life. Let me get it right. And yeah, no regrets. No regrets. So what about y'all?
Well, I mean, being that I am 27
I know.
and a little younger than both of y'all, I actually thought I was going to get married around 25 myself. But,
what is it with that age?
I don't know. I don't know. I thought I was going to be married.
Age.
I thought I was going to have a house. I thought I was going to have kids. The whole 9 yards. But and that was before I even knew grad school was considered a thing. But you know, I ended up being in grad school, you know, during that time, and you know, I don't have any regrets either. I had struggled a bit with like having contentment in singleness.
Oh yeah, we gonna get to that
During that time.
Yeah, we definitely gotta get to
now,
that.
Talk about that.
But now that I look back on it, I really don't have any regrets as to how life has played out for me, because during grad school, I definitely did not need to date or anything. You know,
Can you imagine?
I thought I was going to be married around, I'd say the same as D, about 25, 26. Thought I was going to have me a house and some kids.
We all said that age kind of.
Yeah.
I said like 24, 25, because my mom had me in 24, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, okay. Actually, now I think about it, my mama had me when she was 30.
Oh, well.
My mom was
interesting.
like 32, 33.
Really?
Yeah.
Your mom about to be like me.
No!
No, I'm about to be like your mom. I was like, wait, what?
But we still
Or
living
later.
a good life. Yeah, but 25, 26, that's when I thought it was going to happen for me. Like, I thought I was going to be married around that time. Had some good old kids, maybe 2 or 3 of them run around somewhere. And
Yeah.
here I am, 31.
If you would have told me I'd be 31 with no kids, I would call you a lie. You is a lie. And the truth ain't in you.
You remember that MASH game that we used to play
Yeah,
back in the day?
I always
You be
got
like,
married.
Fortune tell.
Yes.
the little
You're going to
1,
have
2,
like
3,
6
4.
kids, a
And you
2-story
get-
house.
and you had your 4 top crushes in there, and you just knew that
I was supposed to be married by 25 to Denzel or Little Romeo.
Well, you know, the MASH game, that was on the paper. You know, you wrote.
Oh, yeah.
What was this
That
one?
That was just a fortune teller.
yeah.
Why were
MASH.
we even thinking
You
about
wrong.
this stuff
I
so
don't
young?
know.
Like,
So
Well,
young.
it's because
Toys.
that are manufactured and like produced, you know, and sold to us and marketed to us as young girls. Like you had the Barbies with like the houses and like the cooking and the cleaning and all this. It's like we're groomed to be domesticated.
we definitely are. And growing up in church, because I tell you what, the Church of God believes in marriage now. The Church of God believes in marriage. And, I mean, it's true.
It is.
It's
a
true.
good thing, though.
It's a great thing.
It's a great
Like,
thing.
marriage is ordained by God. We believe,
Absolutely.
we love it, we love it, we love it.
Covenant. Say it with me. Covenant. There you go.
And, okay, so in you guys' dating experience, have you ever thought, like, oh, you were going to get married to a certain person and God was like, skirt?
Bruh.
Pause!
Bruh. Sis. Let me tell y'all. He did a on the play. Yes. Absolutely. Been there. Done that. But you know what? God said 2 words to me. He said just 2 words.
What?
Trust me. That's all he said.
Ah!
Somebody get the sheet. That's all he said, for real, like, no lie. That's all he said. And when I tell y'all, like, that intersection, or coming to that intersection and feeling like, man, if I go down this road, like, I know that it'll take me to somewhere where I'll be okay and I'll be comfortable and I can deal with it. But then going down that other road, it look real dark right now. Look mad lonely.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Can you imagine being married and unhappy right now?
No.
And maybe it's just me, but sometimes I just feel like in church they put a hierarchy on, like, if you're married, you're here, but if you're single, you're still kind of here. Like, oh, you in the struggle. Keep on going.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that
It just
ain't
makes
cool.
it seem like, oh, if you married, like, you've accomplished this thing, and like, oh, you made it, you're a little bit better or something like that. But
We have a higher social status.
yes, you have a
Because
higher
you're-
social status, or like, oh my gosh, those single little girls don't understand because they're not married or something. I don't know. It gets real weird sometimes.
It does. And it is a cultural thing. I mean, you'll find the differences in different churches you go to, like different cultures and ethnicities. It's just, you know, it's all a different strokes for different folks kind of thing.
Yeah.
It really is. And there is no wrong or right age to get married. I mean, we can be pressured by society to feel like we need to be married at a certain age, but obviously we made it. We doing pretty well right now.
Yeah.
With no boo.
Pretty darn
With no
well.
husband. You
No,
know.
don't be saying no boo now.
I mean, but we doing
No,
fine.
yeah.
We doing good.
We's
doing
good.
well. We doing well with ourselves.
Yeah.
We waiting.
And I
We
think
waiting.
it's something, I mean, sometimes it just feels like marriage is the only goal. Marriage and kids is the only goal, which is a big goal, but it's like people forget about a career or like an education or graduate from college and like other stuff that you do in life that you enjoy.
So let's talk about it. So what I just heard, along with what you just said, Delta, a lot of women and men, we forget to find our own purpose. We forget that we have to identify who we are before we even go out seeking or pursuing a relationship.
Come on with it. Come on with it.
But you know, people don't do that and still
Yeah.
get married.
So what
and
happens?
Be like, oh, they might stick together, maybe, but
Maybe.
It, like the struggle is real. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and people treat marriage as like the end all be all too.
I'm telling you, yeah.
And it's like that's
Somebody
not,
still gotta work and pay the bills.
yeah, it's like marriage should not be the main goal in life. There's things that you should be striving towards after marriage, but definitely before
Yeah,
as well.
definitely before.
Yeah. Know who you are, please. Getting to know you. That's so important.
Especially getting married young. I consider those your best years. Like, them your good years. I just don't feel like it would be worth getting married super young and then being so unhappy.
No.
When you could just be out doing you. Like,
yeah.
you know?
And just think about, like, you know, a lot of marriages, like, it's not just about you and that person. It's about when you bring kids into it, that's a whole different ball game. Like, you're raising children in an atmosphere where they are being impacted by what they believe and perceive to be covenant, what we're calling covenant, which is, but, you know, it's not just about them.
Yeah.
It affects kids.
Teach.
Mm-hmm. Kids pick up on stuff.
They do.
And then that creates, like, the whole generational patterns.
Cycles.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say that, but, you know.
Okay. Okay, so earlier Dee brought up an important topic, which is being content while you're single. And I don't know, sometimes I am, sometimes I ain't. So what about y'all?
Well, it took a long time for me to get to that point in my life, and it kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier, about discovering who you are and discovering yourself. Because throughout, you know, my lifetime, I come to figure out I didn't really know who I was. I didn't really know my purpose, and because I didn't know who I was and didn't know my purpose, I looked to fill those voids with dating men, especially men that were not even, like,
Good for you?
Yeah,
Girl.
absolutely. So it's like I saw people around me, you know, getting engaged, getting married. I'm like, okay,
Everybody.
like, yeah, like everybody, all on Facebook, all on the social media.
Like, we just as cute as them.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, well, you know, this happening to them. What's wrong with me?
Right.
And come to find out, it was a lot wrong with me that I needed to heal from. And so now that I've healed from those things and walking this deliverance thing out, this has helped me to be more content in not only singleness, but just content with me. Because what a lot of people don't tend to realize is they don't really love themselves. It's like, how can you love somebody else if you don't even love yourself? So
That's true.
I mean, I didn't love myself. I used to be ashamed to say that, but now I you know, I'm walking through healing and deliverance that much that I can say, like, I did not love myself. And it's still a process, because there's some days where I'm not feeling myself.
Girl.
And that's where I really have to depend on God to really lift me out of those places.
Yeah.
So it's all about really truly loving yourself. And that's where that contentment comes from.
And sometimes, though, like, when you're like, oh, is something wrong with me? Sometimes, like, it's not anything wrong with you. It just ain't your time right now.
And it's just lies from the enemy.
Yeah, it is lies. Like, stupid stuff. Just stupid stuff, you know? But, yeah, sometimes, I mean, of course, we all got stuff we need to work on. Always. Like, it's always something somebody could be working on. Like, you're never just good. You need to continue to improve. But yeah, sometimes it's not anything wrong with you. It's just ain't your time, and you know.
Yeah, and be okay with that.
And be okay.
It's a process. Be okay with you.
We'll always strive for perfection in Christ, but we know that Christ was the only true perfect.
Yeah. We always gonna be a little jacked up.
Yeah. But Christ loves us and our imperfections.
He got
So,
to. Somebody got to do it.
And so if Christ loves us and our imperfections, then somebody's son out there gonna love us and ours. So
That's real.
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah,
you don't get no better than that.
That's real.
You got something to add?
No, just be content in the process.
Man,
Every
content.
phase.
Look, it's
Content.
a day to day. Some days I am, some days I'm not. But I'll tell you one thing that will rob you of that is comparing.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't you be
cannot
scrolling on your
compare.
timeline and what wrong with me?
This
She
joker-
just got engaged. They just started dating 6 months ago.
But
Now she got
that's
a
the
ring.
thing.
That's what happened.
But that's the thing, social media just shows the highlights. People
Yeah.
only post the highs.
That's just Front Street. She might be getting.
You don't see the
Right.
lows.
Don't get
Upside
fooled
the
by the
head.
filters, y'all. Don't don't get fooled by them filters.
Especially on Instagram filters.
Let me make sure I don't. Okay, we're good.
Oh.
But yeah, you cannot be fooled by social media because, I mean, of course they only post the good stuff. Who's gonna go up there and be like, oh my gosh, I just got cheated on or something, you know? Like, no one's gonna do that, but yeah, I'm working on that. I try not to compare as much as possible. Sometimes I'm good at it, sometimes I'm not, so, you know.
That's real.
We're human.
And now the infamous question. Girl, when you gonna get married? When you gonna get married? You didn't find nobody yet. You don't like what's name?
Y'all, let me tell y'all, that is one of the worst things about the holiday season. Like, I'ma just be real. You know you gonna go to your auntie, your godmama house, your grandmama house. Everybody gonna be at dinner. All your cousins gonna have they booze or they spouses. No shade, because I love my cousin-in-laws and all of that. But it's like, you, speaking for me, I'm like one of the only ones in my family. Ain't got nobody. Like, yeah, just me again. Here I am.
They'll be having a different one next Christmas.
Anywho,
we're trying to get some forever people. We too young to be bouncing around.
So, but for real, like, they be like, when you gonna, what's wrong? Like, there ain't nobody in Durham. Like, all the men up there. Well, I see you being running. There ain't nobody out there for you to hook up with.
Like, you done graduated grad school, you got a job now, you're working. I know somebody gonna snatch you up.
That's what they say, snatch you up in the country.
Where we're from in the country.
Ain't nobody snatch you up.
I'm like, I'm not an object.
Look, dating in 2018 is not the same as dating in 1987.
Wait, Delta, that's when we were born.
I know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, wait. I was a little after.
You ain't got little Johnny that you've been knowing your whole life that's always lived down the street that's gonna finally just scoop you up. It ain't like that no more.
It ain't like those Hallmark movies.
No, it's real.
And that's another thing we need to talk about. Like, people see love portrayed in these movies and in these films, and then they set a false expectation of what marriage should look like or does look like. And that is definitely why you ain't married.
Oh yeah. So,
what's your experience?
I don't really get that question a lot, but I do every once in a while. It's funny when people that ain't married ask me that. I be like, "Why you ain't married?" But
Thanksgiving clap back.
What happened to you? Oh, never mind. Okay.
Don't go there.
I'm gonna respect my elder.
Respect.
But I just don't know how to answer that. Like, I just be like, I don't know. I just haven't met any. I don't know.
No suitors.
No suitors.
No
like,
contenders.
it's almost like they just want you to settle just for the sake of saying that you married. Like, I'm gonna have to live with that joker.
For the rest
I'm gonna have to live with him and look at him every day. And, like, I want to look at him and be like, ooh, I cannot stand you. Get out. I don't want to be like that. So,
No, that's real.
we're waiting. Okay, let's talk about in the future, like, what you are hoping for. So, yeah, we're next year. I can't even talk about how old I'm gonna be. Like, I just never imagined this would be my life.
She's having a moment. Excuse her.
Oh, okay.
It's all right.
But I am thankful that, like, I'm free. Like, I can do whatever I want to do. I can get up and leave. I can leave right tomorrow and go to a different country. I ain't got to ask nobody. Ain't got to get no babysitters. Ain't got to take no kid with me. Like, I'm trying to, take advantage of this get up and go time while I have it. So.
my bed.
You ain't got to talk to nobody.
Get out my head, girl.
I ain't got to
talk
talk.
to nobody. I can just sit there. I don't have to worry about trying to cook.
What's that? No, I'm just playing.
She really don't mind.
Okay, take 3. We would just like to close by saying we are hopeful for our futures and that God is gonna send the right man for each of us, and that we're just like trying to enjoy this time and not be all like down or whatever.
Right. Okay.
I'm still sweating. So, wait, I
You
got
got
a
long
long
finger.
finger. No.
It's not going down.
No, don't be. Y'all stop it.
What kind of motorcycle is that? This is like a little moped.
This is recent.
God, man.
If you out there, if you listening, if you jumped to cooking, what you cook last?
It's gonna look
It's
like
a setup.
it's gonna be real, and it's gonna look like whatever you and your spouse want it to look like, kinda. But
True.
that's good.
What
Where you at? Where you at? I swear, I don't act like that.
No, she
I'm
doesn't.
very well put together.
What have you found out about yourself and your singleness, Delta?
Well, let me think on that.